First of all, I want to thank James and Nick for giving me the opportunity to speak. So, round of applause for them really quick. So, my name is Jose Torres, and on the left-hand side, I was 16, 17 there. During that time, I had lost my dad, and I have three sisters, a mom. We had downgraded houses, and that's when I knew that I needed to be the man to provide for my family. You know, after going through that tough time, losing a dad isn't obviously easy, but I knew that I needed to be that big brother, that son that my family needed me to be, so I can be that provider. On the right hand side, that's me now. That was actually just last week. And we went to LA at this TikTok Shop event. We took the team there and we took a private jet for the first time back to Miami. That was, very blessed and grateful for that. But when you put your mind into something and you focus and you're consistent and you don't stop, no matter what, no matter how much pain you feel, or no matter just sometimes, obviously, sometimes you have tough days, rough times, but as long as you keep continuing, you can achieve anything that you set your mind into. And that right there is the proof of that. So anyways, let's begin. So over the last 8 years, I had the opportunity to spend well over $900 million in advertising and brought back over $2 billion in sales with all of my clients combined together, and some of them being my stores too. So these are the brands that we scaled. Have you guys recognized any of these brands? Maybe? Some? Okay. These are all TikTok Shop brands. I do have a Meta background. I wanted to show you guys these results just to show you that, I call them the badges. This is probably 2019, 2020. We were doing 200K a days, $4 million months, 400K a days as well on the other screenshot. Then this is maybe a 2021, 2022. So we were, doing still 1.5 mil a month, 92K in a day, and 80K in a day. 2024 actually, $1 million months, 100K a days, and $1 million months on the other screenshot. Now this is TikTok Shop. But the reason I wanted to show you Meta is because I've been doing this for a really good time, and then we transitioned to TikTok Shop. I saw the opportunity 2 years ago, and I said, this should be a platform that we need to experiment with. I remember vividly, I saw a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old kid do TikTok Shop, and I saw a 600K, month, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. I always been the type to test anything, Meta, Snapchat, Pinterest. I'm always trying to create another avenue of revenue for our clients. And I figured this is going to be a good one. So we hopped on it. And today, I'm going to be going over how we scaled this brand from 2.5 million to 12.4 million in 60 days on TikTok Shop by using GMV Max hacking. Who's ready for this? You guys ready for this? All right. Okay, so how does GMV Max work? Well, first of all, how many of you guys have a TikTok Shop here? A couple, right? How many of you guys Shopify, Amazon? All right, so you're gonna wanna hop on TikTok Shop after this. I used to say TikTok Shop's the future. It's today. It's now. All right, so how does GMV Max work? This is just the campaign side of things, right? So typically it used to be kind of like Facebook before, but now they changed things. It's more about you have one campaign and essentially the creators post videos, and that goes into a pool of, it's called in-queue. So all the videos go inside in-queue. Then they go into a learning phase. The learning phase, essentially what's happening there is that there is spend being spent on the ads, and the algorithm is trying to see which video is gonna create conversions, which video is actually giving you an actual ROI. Then after that, it goes into delivery. In delivery, this is when it actually gets spent behind those videos. So here's a screenshot of the case study I'm showing you guys. The brand is Dr. Melaxin. And inside here, this is one of the campaigns. On the left-hand side, you see 10 ads in queue. Then you see here, 10 in queue, 330 in learning, and 826 ads in delivery. So all these ads are getting spent, but maybe about 20%, 10%, 20% of these ads are actually getting real spend. Typically, what you want to do when it comes to TikTok Shop, and you want to, when we do an audit, the main mistake that I see is that, let's say a client has 10 SKUs. They have 5 to 10 SKUs, and they put it in one campaign, right? They toggle promote all products on TikTok Shop. If you toggle this, all of the 5 to 10 products are going to be in one campaign, and that is a big mistake because it's not able to get good revenue. It's not able to get proper spend. So what you want to do is you want to put one product per campaign, right? So once we came into the ad account, 2.5 million, we realized, well, let's isolate the product per campaign, and because we know that's going to give us more revenue, right? And this is the phase I made after I saw the account. I'm like, I'm ready to go. We're ready to scale this up. All right. So phase two. So because we did that, let's go back real quick. Because we did this, it allowed us to scale to 5.3 million on the next month. And that is 113% growth in 30 days. That's crazy. Now, phase two. Phase two, it's more about creative testing and scaling winners. Essentially, what you want to do is obviously have multiple winning ads. So the focus was just having our creator coaches communicate to our creators of what angles are working, right? So we're trying to increase the amount of winning ads into the learning camp, into the delivery campaign, so we can spend more.
Okay, let's try
This is one of the ads.
All right, I have my leg up as high as I can physically put it without showing off all the goods and keeping my face on screen. So we're gonna try this again. We just discovered that the Dr. Melaxin black rice and white rice peel shot can actually get rid of leg hair and pull anything clogged in your leg pores out. And I tried it. I guess the caption was blocking off a lot of what I was demonstrating. So let's try it again. No cuts, and oh my God. Oh my God, it's already coming out. It is already coming out. Do you see this? Do you see this? Like, look at the difference in the complexion from where I haven't used it to where I just started rubbing. You can see little hairs being pulled out. This is insane. Oh my God, this is actually wild. If this didn't convince you, I don't know what will. I seriously put this on every part of my body, my face, my legs, my armpits, my back, my feet. You can use this anywhere that your body needs a good exfoliation. It's going to pull hairs, blackheads, whiteheads, dirt, dead skin, anything out of your pores, and it's going to ball it up onto little clumps. Not to mention, look at how brightening that is. That is actually insane. I think Dr. Melaxin heard us about the price though, because it is worth it at full price, but it is a little expensive. But they have it on a flash sale right now. I'm gonna link it below for you. I swear there's not an inch of your body that you can't use this on that wouldn't soften, exfoliate.
Are we able to pause this right here?
Infections or impurities. Like, this stuff is actually insane. This has to be like my holy.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's.
You can't pause the video?
All right, I have my leg up as high as I can physically put.
All right, well, the video worked really well. Obviously, the position of the video, it's like, scroll stopping. She's also replying to comments. That works really well in TikTok Shop. The other thing is that you're getting instant results. It's, it helps you remove dirt, blackheads, whiteheads, and you're getting instant results. And you can see that in the video really quick. The second thing is that that video made $381,000 in revenue, and she took home $44,300 in commission, right? Just that video alone. This is the other video.
Okay, let's try this again on the hubby's nose, because he's blue collar, and Lord knows he needs a good exfoliation.
So different demographic, obviously, right? Blue collar, men above 35 plus.
We're just doing the white one. I'm going to stay zoomed in the entire time. Let's get all this gunk out of your pores. Are you ready, baby? Oh,
you can notice that the video is close to his face. It's not far away.
We're scrubbing. This is the white one. It's actually the weaker of the two. It comes in a white shot and a black shot. This is the black one.
She's also replying to a comment.
It works so quick. Try and get it close. Do you see all of that coming out of your pores?
It actually works.
No, let me get the tip of your nose, because there's quite a few black.
So you get instant results right off the gate.
Scrub-a-dub-dub. I feel like men do not take advantage of this.
All right, so the video made $315,000 in revenue, and that video made her $31.8K in profits. This is why TikTok Shop's blowing up. It is about the people. You can now make over 10K in profit as a creator, over 100K in profit as a creator. So when you have these creators making all this profit, they're going to tell their friends, hey, come make content for Dr. Melaxin. So now you have brands producing over 60,000 pieces of unique pieces of content per month. So volume and quality volume of content is the reason why we were able to do that amount of revenue. Let's go to the next slide.
No, not just.
This is her father-in-law.
Let's try this again. I'm gonna zoom in on my father-in-law's nose because Lord knows he has some blackheads that we gotta get rid of. We're gonna go in with the doctor.
Similar videos, the other one's just different demographic. Now this is an older audience. You understand what she's doing. She's very intelligent.
For years now, and you hate those painful extractions. So as soon as I start rubbing this, it's going to make all the dirt, dead skin, blackheads, and whiteheads ball up into clumps on your nose. It is so disgusting, but so satisfying. Do you see those little bumps starting to ball up on your nose? Oh, look at all those. Oh man, all those blackheads are coming out though. Do you see that?
Look at that.
Look at that. Isn't that crazy?
It's truly amazing.
Isn't that crazy? It doesn't hurt at all though, does it?
No, I would have never guessed it would do such
very natural, organic video.
And it works
Doesn't seem like an ad.
Chemical exfoliant. It has AHA, BHA, niacinamide, and hyaluronic acid. So it's also gonna.
So isn't that crazy? You know, like she was able to make that 33.8K in profit off that video. So that's a case study on its own. Kayla's a case study on its own. So I wanted to show that really quick. Month one, when we came in, this is the back end. She was at 1.9K in profit for Dr. Melaxin, month one. After we came in, we added our methods, our strategies. Then month two, she did 145.9K in profit. And then month three, it gets wild. She did 348.7K in profit in a single month as a creator. That's insane. Okay. Then I asked her, send me your screenshot of your before and after of what you made in June and then in August. So in June, she did 34.87K in profit. And then in August, she made $431,000 in profit as a creator. That's pretty impressive, right? And that's because she made good content, but also we were behind the media buying, right? So the great combination. Now, the next video, it's just gonna play, but I wanna kind of give you kind of an explanation of what that video is, right? If you're gonna go into TikTok Shop, you have to understand that TikTok Shop's a war zone. You're going to war. You can't just go into the platform and say, oh, let me get 5 creators and let's have them post 30 videos each, and maybe I'll make some revenue. That's not how this works. If you're gonna do TikTok Shop, the mindset is this is war, right? You need to deploy your soldiers and you're gonna make sure that they win. Essentially, this is what we do. We deploy soldiers for clients, creators, right? In other words, and they produce 30 videos per creator per month. And when they go there, they're trained soldiers. They know how to execute. They're not just there to be there and let's try to win. No, we're here to win. That's what we're gonna do. So when you go into TikTok Shop, it's not about let's get 5 creators from my store and let's try to make it work. No, you got to deploy your soldiers, and this is basically the video that I show my clients on a call. So
deploy your creator army team today. Win with TikTok Shop.
So the purpose of the video is that's us right there. That's our team right there. And that's someone else's team that they're trying to make content that doesn't convert. But like I said, you got to have that mentality, that mindset. And that's how we did 12.4 million in a month, by the way, with that mindset. This is war, this is a battle, and we're here to win. Okay, so how many of you guys are familiar with Calidata? Calidata, great platform. Okay, so this is the last 30 days, and we managed about 4 of these brands in here. I can say 2, I can't say the other ones. So we managed Medicube, 9.5 for the last, I think I took the screenshot 2 days ago, so close to 10 million. Dr. Melaxin did drop to 6 million, and I'll explain why later on. But not bad, right? Still doing 6 million. Dr. Melaxin and Medicube. So there's one thing that all these brands have in common, right? And this is why I'm showing you the screenshot. I want to show you what do they have in common, right? These are the top brands on TikTok Shop right now. Well, Dr. Melaxin, this was in August, so 12.3 is what Calidata states. Pretty accurate, right? I I'd show you that as the dashboard at 12.4. It's pretty accurate, I'd say. So there's one thing they have in common, and it is the amount of unique pieces of content that is being promoted. If you look at that number, that's 30,000 in 30 days unique pieces of content that were produced. And that's from our creators, and they have different creators as well. Here's Metacube. This is last 30 days, by the way. 64, close to 65,000 unique pieces of content. So if you're gonna step into the world of TikTok Shop, you better be ready to produce content in volume and lots of it. This is QVC. They're actually #1 right now. They just came up, around the last 60 days. They weren't #1 before. So 11.6 million in the 30 days. And again, same thing with them, 55,000 unique pieces of content. Catacore, this is actually one of our newest clients. And I wanna show you guys this. They're doing $1 million a month. We just took them on. We have yet to produce content for them. But I want you to look at this 60 days from now. You're gonna see that number increase 100%. So far they're at 10,000 unique pieces of content. So if you're trying to make at least 1 million, you need 10,000 unique pieces of content. But check in 60 days, that number will go up to $2 to 3 million, because we're on it now. All right, so let's go back into what did we do in phase 3. We optimized the ROAS while maintaining revenue. So they couldn't hit above a 2, actually. And we got them to 2.3, and they're extremely happy with that. So 12.4 million in 60 days, pretty crazy. We would have done 30 million. Unfortunately, they couldn't handle the scale. Very common problem, right? But most likely, we'll probably hit that in November. All right, what happened during that month? Well, they said, hey, we want 300, so they got 50 credits from us month 1, and then month 2, they got 300 credits from us. And each creator will post 30 videos per month, which means that we delivered 9,000 unique pieces of content. But that creates a snowball effect, because when creators see other creators make a lot of commission, they're gonna say, I wanna be a part of this. I wanna hop on the bandwagon. I want some of this. So it creates a snowball effect. So you have an isolated group, isolated army that goes out there, goes to war for you, battles, and wins. Then you see other people like, oh, I want to be a part of this team. You guys are winning. So that's how you get that snowball effect. You got to have an isolated group that understands what they're doing. Okay, so let me explain the ad features on TikTok Shop. You have target ROI. So let's say, for example, I have a 20K campaign, and I said I want a 2.5 ROAS. Well, it's gonna spend maybe 20%, 30% of that, because if it spends more, it's gonna go below that target ROI. So it will only spend what it thinks it needs to spend in order to get that ROI. Now there's max delivery. Max delivery is, if I say spend 20K, it will spend 20K and even at a loss. Creative boost. It's when you put budgets in a single ad, in a single creative, essentially. So I get a lot of like people tell me, oh, GMV Max is just AI, it's automated, and you don't need to do anything. False. There's a lot of manual work that goes behind the scenes. We're talking about 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours a day into the ad account, and that's how we did. Another reason why we did 12.4 million is because we have, I call them warriors. We have warriors as media buyers on the account. All right, so now I'm gonna talk about step-by-step what we did, right? Practical information that you guys can implement if you get into TikTok Shop. So how to hack a GMV Max. This is the manual part. You wanna upload 400 to 500 unique creatives into the campaign. So you upload spark codes, right? This is the sheet here. We have creators upload there's code inside here, and then we copy and paste this inside the campaign so we can speed up the process of getting the videos from in-queue learning to delivery. So this is the campaign. This is the screenshot of the dashboard. And then you're going to click on edit here, right? You go over there, you click on edit. You're then going to click on manage. You're then going to click on add video codes. Let's go back really quick. It only lets you upload 30 per upload. So you have to do, we were doing that a lot, daily. Then after you do that, you're going to click on upload. Again, showing you guys a screenshot again on how GMV Max works. So you have in-queue, learning, and delivery. Again, by us adding manual codes into the campaign, it sped up the process going from in-queue, because sometimes they stay stuck here. You want to include the codes, upload the codes, so we can get it to spend fast. Yeah, so. Now, how to access Max Delivery. With Max Delivery, we were spending between 60K to 120K per day. So what you want to do is you want to go to the campaign, you want to click on video edit, and then inside here, it says target ROI, you're going to switch it to Max Delivery. You can click on that, and we were starting the campaign at 60K at 6 in the morning, and gradually throughout the day, we were increasing it by 20%, 30%, and we would spend 120K per product. There was 3 to 4 winning products, right? Hero product SKUs, and we would be adding 60 to 120K per product. So this is kind of where you add the budget here, right? You click here, and then it takes you here, and then you can add the budget, how much you want to spend. Now let's talk about Creative Boost. So how to use Creative Boost. You're going to go to the dashboard. You're going to click on View Details. You're then going to click on View Creatives. And this is where you get to isolate the budget per video. We were adding around 5K, 10K, 15, 20K per video. Typically, you don't want to do this on like smaller accounts, but when you're trying to scale, obviously you want to be aggressive. So we're adding isolated budget to the videos, because when you do Max Delivery, it's spending budget towards multiple ads. When you do Creative Boost, you're isolating the budget to one ad. And then you click on here, obviously it takes you there, and this is where you can manually add the budget. This is the screenshot of how much we were spending per day and how much we were doing in revenue per day. And the highest spend that we had was 320K and 683K in revenue in a single day. This was per day, by the way, in June. That was crazy. And that's pretty much it. Good. Awesome. Questions?
Yeah, no, I'm going to bring them. Hold on. We have questions people are asking. Dude, when I told you to make sure to prove you actually knew what you were doing with some screenshots, I didn't think we would get all of this. It's quite a lot of social proof, dude. All right, let's go through here. We've got a number of questions. Rachel, how much spend are you able to get per winning creative? And is there a way you're able to revive winners that faced fatigue?
You're able to revive fatigue, yes. It's like we would do Creative Boost, try it again, let it spin for 3 days, and if it doesn't work, then it's fatigued, right? We'll give it another shot.
So relaunch, basically.
So relaunch it. Relaunch, try it again.
I got some questions myself. I'm just going to cut the line. So is there, when you're purchasing all this content, right, is there any concept of something hit, let's reiterate and add a new hook? And is there a lot of guidance where you're like, hey, I want a higher hit rate? And finally, what is the hit rate on these ads where you find a unicorn?
I would say it's probably 5% hit rate. Let's say we make 100 ads, 5% will probably work.
And how many are like just straight up unicorns that carry the account?
2% at least.
And the creatives that you make, can you port them over to Facebook and they work there?
So it does work sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. That used to before. Last year, yes. This year is a little bit different. They haven't been working as well. you do have to if you edit them and do like a collage, you have multiple creators like speaking in the same video. That's what's working.
Interesting. Where can I find creators like Kayla who make these videos?
Look up Align with K on TikTok. Align with K, I believe that's her TikTok account.
But like in general, when you find a Kayla or your creators, where are you scouting them, or how are you
Okay.
scouting them?
Well, we have a Discord with 11,000 creators inside there, so we incubate them. So there's two types of creators: beginners and people that are already making revenue. So they come to us, we incubate them through, and we get traffic comes from Twitter, TikTok, or affiliates, things like that. But if you want, is this more for like if you have a TikTok shop and you want creators? Well, there's different Discords. We have one of them, right? But you have others like Social Army and other Discords that I'm not too sure about. But we have one where we can provide creators for our clients.
Yeah, with my limited TikTok shop experience, I saw in the beginning it's all about just Discord groups where they just farm these creators and then you just pay per content. Pay per content or pay per creator?
It's pay per creator.
Another weird question here, but do you find that the same creator always bangs or wins across products?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they just have the it factor. They know what they're doing, and it also seems like the algorithm favors them a little bit. So it's a combination of everything, I'd say.
For Jose, are there commission-only partnerships with creators, or is also an upfront payment? And what does the payment structure look like?
So it depends what package you get. So when it comes to us, we charge per creator. Let's say $1,500 per creator. Some of these clients are getting a 30 creator stack or a 50 creator stack. So 1,500 per creator is kind of how we do the packaging. We don't charge ad spend commission at all. That comes for free as a bonus. Yeah.
Are there like people that are like paying them different rates to kind of steal creators where they pay different commissions?
Yeah. We have people that are giving creators commissions between 10% and 50%.
Wow,
Yeah.
got it. What is the name of your analytics platform? I think that's what you probably were demoing. Was it Kalo Data?
Oh, Calodata. Kalodata.
Which,
Great
by the
platform.
if you're running like Facebook ads and stuff, it's a great source of inspiration because the people on TikTok, the creators are a bit more cutting edge than your Instagram or Facebook creators. So it's a good place to get ideas. Was all of this just GMV boosting on those specific videos?
No, I would probably say around 40 to 50 videos were creative boost. The rest was just GMV Max, which means that that type of campaign spreads the spend across the board of 800 ads or more.
I've got another question for myself. When you're running the creative boost campaigns, what is like the overall budget and then you're boosting individually? Does it still spend on the other ads or it's just now starts to spend on the ones you're boosting individually?
You're still spending the other ads, it's just that you're setting an isolated spend particular to the ad. So let's say you want to spend let's say $50, then you can spend $50 to that ad, because maybe inside the GMV Max campaign, it's not getting 50, it's getting 20. So you want to obviously give it the extra spend to test it out to see if it works, or you can obviously be aggressive and spend 10, 20K on that ad.
For the target ROAS campaigns, and you say, oh, okay, it only spends 20% because they're trying to hit your target ROAS. How long is the time period they have to achieve that ROAS? And how accurate is it for hitting it?
It's pretty accurate. It's within 24 hours. But if you're a brand new store, I don't recommend you do target ROAS because it's not going to spend. You need to do max delivery. You need to break even for the first 1 to 2 months.
Got it. So you need to feed it data to be able to do ROAS.
Yeah.
I understand. What type of products are most effective with TikTok ads?
Well, I went to TikTok Shop's headquarters in LA, and they're prioritizing beauty, supplements, and clothing. And maybe if you guys have why, it's a clear answer. Where do they all come from?
Yeah.
China.
That's a good point.
Right.
And it's also visual.
Yeah. And
when you say 30 pieces of content per month, how many are unique concepts versus hooks? Yeah, are they like net new ideas or it's different variations?
I would say it's maybe 3 to 4 different concepts. So let's say if it's 3 different concepts, then you have 10 videos. That's one concept, another 10, one second concept, third concept, with all different hooks and iterations. But one of the most important things that we do, though, is that we have a creator coach coaching the creators So there's a communication line of the media buyer, the creator coach, and the creators. So they're feeding each other data. What's working right now? The media buyer talks to the creator, the coach talks to the creators. So it's a loop.
Got it. So if you have an angle or creator bang, let's say you have an angle bang, then the media buyer tells the coach, and the coach tells the other creators, like, hey, this angle's poppin', run it.
Get on it ASAP. And we manage around 42 accounts. So obviously we also get data from different accounts and we pull it into, the main shop that I went over today.
I like this question. What are the media buyers spending their time on for 8, 10, 12 hours specifically?
Getting it done, working, uploading those. I mentioned they were uploading 400 to 500 unique pieces of content on those campaigns. That takes a while. They're also communicating with, again, back to the creators, and they get on calls with the creators too, and the coaches. And that's every day. Like, yeah, they're consistent with that. So that way we can, if there's let's say for example, there's a winning video, they're on calls with creators and the coaches trying to duplicate that, trying to get more.
Got it.
Yeah.
I mean, are they like essentially also day trading? Like when the clock starts and you're like relaunching and people start to buy 7 a.m., 8 a.m., etc. Is that a fresh start every day, or is it like they set up a campaign, they let it run, or do you restart it every day and day trade it?
No, it's not. Well, I wouldn't say it's day trading. I would say it could be consistent. It's just that you do have to do manual work with creative boost. I wouldn't say manual work on, let's say when we set the 60K budget, you can let that be. It'll be profitable. We were just using that as a base and increasing it throughout the day to 120K a day.
But once you hit that 120K a day, do you need to scale it back to keep it profitable?
Yes. So at 8 p.m., right, we switched back from max delivery to target ROI because the ROAS would dip to like 1.8. And at 8 p.m., switch back to target ROI, and then it'll lift it back up to a 2.
I see.
So we play it safe that way.
It's kind of day trading. You know, you're in there. Is there an ideal price point for goods on TikTok Shop? Can luxury goods with a 200 plus price point work?
Last year they weren't working. This year it's actually working now. So they are focusing on higher ticket products. So I would say yes.
Wow. Can you explain your team structure? How does it work recruiting the creators? You already kind of went through your team structure. The recruitment, what's the outreach? You're just taking them from scratch, or do you ever try to use creators that already have things working on TikTok?
The main goal is because these clients want creators that have experience already. We're trying to get experienced creators from other, or typically right now, what we're doing is we have our creators, or we have affiliates promoting on TikTok and recruiting them, saying, "Hey, this, I made 10K, or this person made 100K per month. Do you guys want to be a part of the community that can help you do that?" One thing that the way we're different is that our unique mechanism is that we apply GMV Max hacking, right? It's the trigger word, the curiosity word. And what that means is that a lot of these creators, it used to be about organic on TikTok, now it's about paid. But I've been doing paid for the last 8 years. So because we manage media buying for our clients, we can spend money behind the creators' videos. So they're like, what? Okay, I'm gonna hop on with you guys. Because you have other different communities that can't do that because they don't understand media buying like the way we do.
I got it. So your creators are going to do better because you're not only paying them, like if they were doing organic for someone else, but you're spending money to help them make higher commissions.
They get a retainer and commission. So,
Wow.
Yeah, dub.
What's the top 3 things the media buyer does on the GMV?
Top 3 things. It's going to be GMV Max, target ROI, and the max delivery, and the creative boost. Those 3 things, kind of like messing around with it on a daily basis. Oh, one more thing too, is that every ad account, there's a certain hour out of the day where you see a huge spike. So 2 hours before that spike, we tell them spend as much as you can, right?
Got it.
And just after that, we'll probably like reduce the spend after that.
Got it.
So we take advantage of the hour.
And when you say it's different on different accounts, is it because the accounts are unique, or is it because certain products bang at certain times?
That part. So certain products just take off certain times, 6 in the morning, 2 p.m., 6 p.m. It's very different for each ad account, but we see it happen on a daily basis, and we take advantage of that. Especially when we're building brand new accounts where, we have one account that's doing 1K, 2K a day right now, brand new account. We really have to take advantage of that to get more data because we want to get that account to 10K per day. And it is tough in the beginning, but as long as every day we're rinsing and repeating that budget increase, eventually that account will grow from 2K per day to 10K per day or even 30K per day.
Got it.
Oh, one more thing too. The brands on TikTok Shop, they're giving incentives to the creators. They're giving away a house, a bag, like Birkin bag,
Wow.
a helicopter, a Lamborghini. Seriously, a helicopter. So as long as you hit the GMV, the revenue goal within 30 days, you get to unlock that.
Got it.
So that's been a huge one too that really incentivized.
Wow, so many questions. Let's keep rolling, and then eventually I'm gonna have to cut it off so we can actually keep
Yeah.
it. Oh, it looks we got 3 left. Perfect. How much would you typically pay a creator for 30 pieces of content? Obviously, you got the Discord, etc. But normal brand doing the recruitment, what's a good deal?
You know, it varies on their experience. Let's say they're doing over 30K per month already. We'll probably pay them between 300 to 700 for those 30 videos.
Got it. Okay, it's reasonable. Have you successfully used AI models like VO, Sora, LoRa models to mass produce creatives that convert?
So we've been heavily investing in VO3, not Sora just recently. It's been working great on Meta. For TikTok, it works, but eventually the video gets banned. So it's not worth it as of now. We haven't tried Sora on TikTok Shop yet. That's something we're gonna dive into, but I do recommend that they use VO3 and Sora.
How do you set up campaigns to test all your creatives? Does each creative have its own ad group within a campaign, or do you test all your videos and ads in one ad group with a single campaign?
So again, the way the campaign setup is that you have, let's say, 100 ads. The budget is going to all of them. But with Creative Boost, you can isolate the budget. And if we believe it's a good ad, then we'll isolate the budget and try to give it a second chance or give it more spend to see if it can become a winner. Once it's a winner, we turn off Creative Boost, and now it goes back into the pool of where it's delivering, but now it's getting more spend because the AI algorithm figured out that it's a good ad.
Got it. One final question for myself again. What happens when you clone ads? Do you just double up, or do they cannibalize them?
You can clone ads as long as it's not like if it's another creator cloning an ad, right? Is that what you mean?
No, I meant the same ad 2 times. What happens?
Oh yeah, you're gonna get banned.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, it has
if
to be
you
unique.
duplicate it, it has to be unique. You will get banned.
Bro, this was dope. This was very, very detailed, as you can see by the questions. Everybody give it up for Jose Torres.